without the circle. That was kind of the way that I designed it, but we're going to do it with the circle for a little bit of added jazz. So we're going to start standing at the top of your mat. You're going to put a circle in between your ankles, and that's just going to bring a little bit of an awareness. So try and keep your feet hips distance or just a little bit further apart. You're going to start by closing down your eyes, and just take a nice deep breath in through the nose, draw the shoulders up by the ears. And then a big open mouth exhale, open up the collarbones, let it all go. Just one more like that to let go of your day. Inhale, draw the shoulders up by the ears. And big open mouth exhale. And then you're going to come into a natural breathing rhythm in through the nose, maybe out through the mouth. And I want you to bring your attention to that circle in between your ankles. So you can press down through the second toe on the big toe. Give a little squeeze on the circle and see how that lights up all the way through your inner thighs. See if you can keep traveling all the way up. Draw your pelvic floor up on your next exhale, like you're trying to stop yourself going to the bathroom. And then traveling up further from there, like you're pulling on a tight pair of jeans, just draw the lower belly in. Bring your hands to your ribs, take a nice deep inhale, feel the rib cage expand. And then as you exhale, feel the rib cage knit together. The fingers move towards each other as you draw in that lower belly, pelvic floor, inner thigh line. Take a nice deep inhale, let everything expand. Take a little pressure off the circle. As you exhale, draw everything in, gentle squeeze on the circle, inner thighs, pelvic floor, lower belly, rib cage. One more like that, nice deep inhale. Exhale, draw everything to the midline. Take a couple more breaths like this just on your own, settling into your rhythm. Taking a scan of the body, seeing if there's any areas that need attention. One more. And then from here, you're going to bend down, you're going to take your circle. You're going to bring the padded side to the side of your hip. And then you're going to bring one hand or your wrist onto the side of it. Take a nice deep inhale, sweep the right arm up. As you exhale, gentle press into that circle. You're going to take a side bend towards the circle. Ground down through your opposite foot. Open your armpit to the sky. Inhale, bring yourself up through center. And then exhale, gentle press into that circle. See if you can engage your lat, that big side body muscle. Inhale through center. One more here. Exhale, nice big side bend. Inhale through center. Exhale, you're going to float that arm down. You're going to move the circle down a little bit so that your palm is on the circle. We're just going to isolate the lat here, so this big side muscle. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, think of pressing into the circle. See if you can draw the movement down through that side body. Inhale, release. Exhale as you draw in that lat. Feel it come into your rib cage as it knits together. Lower belly, pelvic floor. One more here. Inhale. Exhale. Draw everything in towards the midline. Inhale to release. We're going to take it over to the other side. So top that. Just above your hip, the wrist or the hand can be on the circle. Sweep the left arm up, take an inhale. As you exhale, gentle pressure into the circle. As you exhale, side bend. Inhale, come back up through center. Gentle pressure on the circle. Exhale, open up the left side of your body. Inhale through center. One more. Exhale, side body bend. Inhale through center. Release that left arm. Walk the circle down a little bit so your palm is on the pad. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, squeeze that circle towards you. See if you can plug into the lat. Inhale to release. Exhale, draw that lat all the way into the rib cage, coming through center. Inhale, release. One more. Exhale, drop from the feet, pelvic floor, lower belly, rib cage, lat. Inhale, release. Take both of your palms to your circle. As you inhale, you're going to sweep it up. And then as you exhale, like you're diving over a big beach ball, reach that circle all the way forward. Take a gentle bend in your knees if you need to curl yourself all the way forward. Come into a little bit of a flat back at the bottom and take a couple of moments just to pedal out the knees, stretch out through the back of the hamstrings, let the head dangle. And then bring the knees back to parallel. Gentle bend in the knees, drop the tailbone, start to stack the spine as if that circle weighs a ton. Think of it dragging you down, let the upper body be really heavy as you segment yourself all the way up. Head and neck come lax. Inhale, sweep that circle up and overhead when you're ready. And then as you exhale, dive over your beach ball. Imagine that you're one of those sticky people that were really popular in the 90s that throw at the wall, and you're just kind of slowly peeling yourself down. I'm now realizing how much my mother would have hated those things. Come into a little flat back. At the bottom, inhale, reach the crown of the head forward. And then as you exhale, take a bend in the knees, drop the tailbone. Think of that circle weighing a ton, and slowly as you can, peeling yourself all the way out. Nice deep inhale. One more time, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, roll down. Into a little flat back at the bottom. And then as you exhale, fold in, take a bend in the knees, drop the tailbone, peel your spine. This time at the top, you're going to float those arms out to 90. Take an inhale. Hips stay forward as you exhale. Little pressure on the circle. You're just going to twist to the right. Inhale, come through center. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, left hip forward, left rib cage back. Inhale through center. Two more each side. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale through center, exhale, release. We're going to come into some squats. So we're going to start with this circle in between our knees. You can turn your feet out, or you can have your feet parallel wherever they are. Your knees are going to go in the same direction. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Take an inhale. You're going to sit the hips back as if I pushed you back at the hip creases. Make sure your legs are close enough that you don't lose the circle. And then as you exhale, drive into the feet. Use that circle to engage that inner thigh line. Inhale, sit the hips back, sweep the arms. Exhale, squeeze on that circle, inner thighs, pelvic floor, lower belly. Inhale, sink it back. Exhale, bring it up. We're going to take 4 more just like this. Maybe walk my feet in just a little bit for you, Kristen. That's it. One more like this. Now we're going to sink down into our squat and we're going to hold. The hands are going to come out directly in front of the shoulders. We're just going to give little pulses on that circle for 10, 9, 8, 7. Shoulders out of the ears. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press into the feet. Come all the way to standing. Keep that circle squeezing in between your legs. You're going to come up onto the tippy toes. So that little squeeze is going to stop the ankles rolling to the outsides, to the pinky toe sides. Float your hands out directly in front of your shoulders. Take an inhale. You're going to sit the hips back. Maybe your spine can stay a little taller this time. Exhale. Drive into that circle. Big toe, second toe brings you to stand. Inhale, sink it back. Exhale, draw everything to the midline. Rib cage knits. 6 more. circle. One more. You're going to stay on your tippy toes, lower down into your squat, and we're going to do those little pulses again. So stay on your tippy toes, that's it, come down into your squat, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heels, press all the way to standing. You can take that circle out from in between your thighs, but it's not over. We're going to step into the circle. And this time the pads are going to be to the outside, just above your knees. So we're going to come back into squats. You're just going to feel that this allows a different activation of your glutes. So we're going to sit back into our squat, take an inhale, drive through the legs, exhale. We're going for 10, so you've got 9 more. Make sure that you're actively driving out into that circle. So don't let the circle push your knees in. You want to actively keep those knees as if you're trying to externally rotate your thighs, tracking in line with the second and third toes. Four more. Come up onto the tippy toes. We've just got 10 on the tippy toes. Same thing. Inhale, sink the hips back. Drive into the ball of the second and first toe to stand. Inhale, sink it back. Exhale to stand. 8 more. Keep reaching the hips back as if you've got a chair behind you. Falling is okay. I do believe this is our last one. Lower the heels, take that circle out. We're glad to know that that's it for the squats. You're going to bring that circle back in between the ankles. We're going to move into a little bit of balance work. So you're going to have the pads on the inner lower shins. You're going to shift your weight to your left leg. You're going to come up onto those right toes. Get really steady through that left hip. Don't let it just drop out to the side. We're going to do a little squeeze of that circle to the midline. Inhale, release. Exhale, right leg squeezes. Inhale, release. 6 more. 2 more. You're going to stay on that left leg. You're just going to rotate that circle so it comes behind you, and then you're going to squeeze the right leg towards the left. Squeeze it forward. 6 more. Stay nice and tall through the spine and find a point that is not moving to look at. 2 more. And then we're going to rotate it all the way around to the front. You might have to do a little bit of an adjustment on your ankle. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to squeeze the right heel towards the left toes. 6 more. Beautiful. And then we're going to come back to center and we're going to take it to the other side. So readjust your circle if you need to, shift the weight to the right, and then we're going to do 8 little squeezes, left foot coming to right. You're trying to keep those right toes facing towards the front of the room the whole time. I did that one, that's all right. And then we're going to snake it to the back. We're going to do 8 squeezes, toes to heel. 2 more. Hello. Everybody. And then you're going to squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. I've also got a back left record over there. Alright, so you're going to come to the front of your mat. You're going to hold the circle in between your hands. Make sure you've got enough room. We're going to do roll-ups. We'll just move them up a little bit. Alright, so you're going to start to sink yourself down, down, down. Try and come down as low as you can without lifting the heels. And then bring your butt all the way down. Extend those legs out in front of you. We're going to start by holding the circle in the hands and we're going to come into our roll-ups. So nice and active through the feet. Take an inhale. As you exhale, C curve through your spine. Slowly, like I'm pulling you away by your fingertips, start to roll yourself down. Inhale, sweep those arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands come up, chin to chest. Peel the spine all the way up and over your barbed wire fence to reach the circle forward. And then start to stack the spine all the way to straight. Take an inhale, exhale, roll yourself all the way back, active through those legs. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up, long reach through the body. As you exhale, start to float the arms, gently tuck the chin to the chest, really slide towards the hips. Feet stay down if you can. Keep your C curve, reach it forward. Stack the spine all the way to top. One more like this. Slowly start to curl your spine, roll it down. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, reach. Gentle tuck, start to roll. Reach yourself all the way forward. Drawing yourself all the way up, stack the spine. This time we're going to come halfway down, so nice and active through the feet. As you exhale, start to come into your C curve. Come back until you find that really tricky point. We're going to turn the left hand so it's up. Left hand on top, right hand on the bottom. 3 pulses. 1, 2, 3. Switch it out. 1, 2, 3. 2 more each side. 1, 2, 3. Keep your C curve. 1, 2, 3. 1 more each side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hands come center. Finish your roll down. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, start to slowly peel yourself off the mat. Come all the way up and over the toes. And then exhale, stack your spine all the way to top. We're coming halfway again, so take an inhale nice and tall. Exhale, start to C curve through your spine. Bring yourself down halfway, maintain your C curve. As you exhale, this time you're going to rotate to the left. Inhale, bring it back through center. Like you're rowing a boat, exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Keep going. Take a peek down. Make sure that as you row, your toes are staying in line with each other. You're not drawing back through one hip to the other. The movement's coming from the rib cage. One more each side. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, roll it all the way down. Inhale, sweep those arms up and overhead. Exhale, reach the arms, gently tuck the chin to the chest, peel all the way up. Roll yourself all the way forward, and then start to stack your spine. Beautiful. So we're going to come into, I can't remember what this one's called, but we're going to keep a straight spine to start with. So just like the roll up, you're going to hold the hands around the circle, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, with this flat spine, you're going to roll back, or you're going to lean back as far as you can. Reach the arms up and overhead. Reach the hands back in front of you. Then you're going to C curve through your spine, roll all the way down, and then the rest is just like a roll up. So it's just that first bit that kind of changes. So come to sitting nice and tall, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, keep a flat spine as long as you can. Lean back, strong through the legs. Once you get back to your furthest point, take a reach of those arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring them down, finish your roll up. Or roll down in this case. Inhale, sweep those arms up and overhead. Exhale, leave the arms, gently tuck the chin, roll yourself all the way up. Over, reaching on the toes. Stack the spine all the way to tall, take an inhale. Exhale, keep a flat spine. Inhale, reach the circle up. Maybe give it a squeeze at the top. Exhale, float it down. Finish your roll down. We've just got 2 more like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, slightly roll up. All the way, active reach over the toes. Stack the spine to tall. Inhale. Exhale, flat back. Inhale, reach, maybe give it a squeeze. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, start to roll up. Over the toes, start to stack the spine. Last one here, inhale at the top. Exhale, flat back. Inhale, reach your circle, squeeze. Exhale, finish your roll up. Inhale, reach those arms up and overhead. Don't forget about your legs. Exhale, all the way up. Reach that circle all the way forwards. And then stack your spine. Beautiful. From here, we're coming to a rolling leg roll. So you're actually going to have the circle in between your ankles. And I want the back end of the circle to stay in contact with the back of your thighs for as much as you can throughout the movement. You're going to hold around your shins, take a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, come into your C curve, find your balance point. With control, you're going to roll back, find your balance on your shoulders, and then roll forward, find your balance on your sits bones. Keep going. See if you can keep that circle in contact with the back of the thighs as much as you can. I would be lying if I said that I was succeeding entirely in that endeavor. We're going to do 3 more. Go. Beautiful. From here, we're going to roll ourselves all the way onto our back. Keep that circle in between your ankles. We're going to go into our rollover. So you're going to point the toes, hands are down behind you, point the toes, extend the legs out to a 45. You're keeping your spine in imprint, so you're only going as far as you can keep that lower back in contact with the spine. As you exhale, bring those legs back up towards you. You can come all the way up and over behind your head. Give the circle a little bit of a squeeze. Flex the feet. Slowly start to peel the spine all the way back down. You can use your hands as brakes. Point the feet as you bring them out on the diagonal. As you exhale, use your abdominals. Curl the spine all the way, peeling off the mat. Legs overhead. Give the circle a squeeze, flex the ankles, roll yourself down. You're going to take 3 more at your own pace. The slower you can do it, the harder it is, the stronger you get. I throw it out there, it's like, fuck you, bitch, I just want to go fast.
Just hoisting shit around.
We got 1 more.
My body's like this mass of meat and bones. I gotta move.
Your meat vehicle.
My meat sack. My meat suit.
Your meat suit.
My meat suit, yeah, it's fucking tired.
It's doing well. Alright, from here you're going to release that circle from between your ankles, extend the legs long. We're doing a roll up, so reach the arms up and overhead. As you exhale, hands lead, gentle tuck of the chin to the chest, engage the legs, roll yourself all the way up. Move! Everyone's going to be like, what is going on in the background?
It's the most graceful mover of all time.
Okay, we're going to come into open leg roll. So you're bringing that circle back in between your ankles. You're going to come back up off your sit bones. You can stay with your knees bent. You can stay in a kind of a tabletop, or you can extend the legs. Hands can be behind the thighs, or they can be more around the ankles. Take an inhale, upper thoracic extends, lower back is in your C curve, and then as you exhale, engage those lower abdominals, roll yourself back. Use that squeeze on the circle in your inner thighs to help engage that inner thigh line all the way through to the pelvic floor. See if you can catch a balance on your shoulders, not on your neck, and then on your sits bones. We're going to do 2 more. One more. And then release the circle. We are going to cross over our ankles, and we're going to come into a tabletop position. We're going to do a couple of cat cows. Something nice and refreshing. So inhale, let the belly drop, reach the sternum through the airway, the arms. As you exhale, come into your cat pose, maybe shift up onto the fingertips. Drop your palms, inhale, cow belly breath. And then as you exhale, round up into your cat. One more round. Alright, so we're coming into planks. You've got options. You can just do a normal plank without the circle. You can do this whole thing in tabletop, or you're going to take it where I'm taking it, and we're going to have a circle underneath one of our hands. So we're going to start with the circle underneath the left hand, and you're going to step the right foot back, and then the left foot back into your plank. You have the option to just have both hands here, and then you can just reach one hand if you want to challenge your stability. You can also have your knees down. Otherwise, your left hand is on that circle, and you're going to press down as you exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale, press down. Inhale, release. We're going to do 8 more. Try and keep your hips as even as you can. Lower the knees. Take a child's pose if you need to. We're going to come straight to the other side. So, either taking your circle or just having both hands down and floating one hand, you're going to step back into your plank, maybe on your knees. And we're going to do 10 little pulses. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Keep going. Draw down through those lats, up through the pelvic floor. Lower the knees, come back into a child's pose. And then roll it all the way forward. We are going to come into a side plank. So, we're going to try this in between the ankles. You have options. You can do this so that your bottom leg is down and then your top leg is resting on the inner edge of the circle like so. And you can just press down like that. Otherwise, we are going to do a very fancy transition, and you're going to bring the circle in between your ankles. You can be down on your forearm, or you can be up on your palm. It really just depends on what is most comfortable for your body. I personally find because I have T-Rex arms, it's more comfortable for me down here. So wherever you are, you're going to pulse that top leg down, release. Pulse down, release. 8 more. Make sure that that top hip stays stacked on top of the bottom, and that your bottom wrist or elbow is underneath the shoulder. Now we're going to do 20 on the other side. So you can either come into your side kneeling modified, your wrist, your hand, or your forearm. Make your way into your side plank, and then we're going to do 20 little pulses. As is happening to Kirsten, sometimes your circle does not behave and it just launches itself at you.
Oh, there we go. This is the alignment of those suckers.
You want to make sure that pad's straight down. Beautiful. You can take a child's pose. Alright. Last one in this sort of series. So you can either do this from a tabletop or you can do it from a plank. I'm going to show you from the tabletop first. So you're going to have one hand extended out in front of you with your hand on the pad. You're going to extend the opposite leg behind you. As you exhale, you're going to press down with the hand as you lift the opposite leg. Inhale, set it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, set it down. Option to stay there with your bird dog. Option to come up into a plank and do the same thing. As you exhale, press down and lift the leg. Inhale, release. We're going to do 8 more. Trying to keep the hips and shoulders facing the ground. 4 more. Slowly set the knees down if they're not already, and you're going to take it to the other side. So pad is flat to the floor, right hand is on the floor, left leg is either going to extend behind you with your right knee down. Exhale, lifts the leg, press down with the circle. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift the press. Inhale, release. Option to stay or 8 more in a plank pose. One more. And then bring it down. Take a child's pose, let everything release. And then we're going to make our way onto our side. So we're going to start on our right side. So the pad is going to be, your circle is going to be upright. Your bottom leg is going to come and rest on the bottom, the inside edge of the bottom pad. And then your top foot is going to start by resting on the top edge of the top pad. Perfect. Let's see how I have organized this. Okay, so you can come into a position where you're chilling on the beach with your hands supported. If it's better for you, you can come down long on the arm. You can have your front hand in front of you to support you, or you can have your top hand on your hip to make sure that that hip's not rolling all over the place. We're going to take 10 pulses of that top leg towards the bottom. So as you exhale, squeeze, inhale, release. Exhale, inhale. Now that top leg is going to stay where it is. The bottom leg is going to float up to touch the top. Inhale, release. Exhale to float. Inhale, release. 8 more. Make sure those shoulders are staying relaxed and that top hip stays on top of the bottom. Last one. Keep that bottom leg floating just off the floor. You're going to take a circle, so you're going to trace the perimeter of that circle in one direction. Try and keep that top leg steady. 2 more. reverse it for 5. And then you're going to set that top foot down. We're going to do a similar thing with the top leg. So the top leg's going to float. You're going to tap it in front of the circle, slight internal rotation so the big toe touches. And then as you exhale, you're going to take it behind. Try not to let that top hip roll back, so you might not get all the way to the floor. Inhale, tap the toes. Exhale, if it's available to you, you're going to tap the heel or go down as far as you can control the movement. We've got 6 more. Keep reaching long out of that top leg. 1 more. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring both feet in so that top foot is going to be pressing against the bottom edge of the top pad. You're going to bring your head down to your arm if it wasn't already. As you exhale, you're going to pulse that top leg up. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pulse. Inhale, relax. 8 more. Now you're going to keep pressure on both edges of the circle. We're going to lift both legs up and then tap them down. Both legs lift, bring them down. Just 6 more. Engage your obliques. Keep the hips stacking. Beautiful. Release that top leg. Give it a little bit of a self-love. And then vi är going to swing it all the way around and come on to the other side. So we're going to start with the bottom foot in and the top foot on top. And then get yourself situated in your chillin' on the beach position. Nice long reach through that top leg. And then on your exhale, we're going to pulse down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. We've got 8 more. Make sure that that top hip stays stacked. It's not rolling forwards or backwards. Yours looks good. Top leg stays still, bottom leg raises to meet the top. As you exhale, inhale down, exhale lift, inhale down, 8 more. Pause halfway and we're going to take 5 circles to the front. See if you can trace the perimeter of the circle. And then we're going to reverse it. Bottom foot will come down, the top leg's going to float. You're going to tap the toes in front of your circle, and then you're going to come back as far as you can control that pelvis behind you. Inhale, toes tap forward. Exhale, heel taps back. 6 more.
done, both of your feet are going to come to the inside. You're going to lay your head down on your arm if it wasn't already, and that top leg is going to pulse up for 10. Wait, just one leg. And then we're going to move both legs together. Exhale for 1. 4 more. And then you're going to release that leg and just give that glute a little bit of a whack. Big time. Alright, we're going to roll onto our back first. We're going to start with some bridges. So you're going to start with that circle in between your thighs, just above your knees. Plant your feet down, hips width distance or a little bit wider. Your toes can turn out as long as your knees turn out. We're going to start with a traditional kind of bridge, so a rolling bridge. So start with your spine in neutral, take an inhale. As you exhale, think of coming into imprint, flatten your lower spine, and then tuck your tailbone up to the sky, pull the pelvis to the ribs as you start to lift the hips up. Take an inhale at the top. As you exhale, like you're laying a pearl necklace down on the desk, see if you could peel your spine down segment by segment. Inhale, release into neutral at the bottom. As you exhale, draw in the pelvic floor, inner thigh line, gentle squeeze on that circle as you peel your spine up. And then as you exhale, roll it all the way down. We're going to take a few more just like this. When you're at the top of your bridge, think of your thighs lengthening as if someone's pulling your thighs away from your head.
Two more.
Is my alignment not off?
No, you're on. It's fine. I'm just going to give you a little bit of one of these because it feels nice. Slowly. Beautiful. One more. And this time we're going to hold it at the top. So roll yourself up into your bridge. And I think you can probably guess what's coming. We're going to do 10 little pulses on that circle. 10. 'And slowly peel it all the way down. Okay, from here, we are actually, before we do that, you're going to slip the circle to, so both of your legs are inside. We're going to do another set of bridges. Again, you're just going to feel a slightly different work in your legs. This time you're pressing out into that circle to engage your glutes. So take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, come through imprint C, curve your spine, roll up. This time you're pressing out into that circle to feel the engagement in your glutes. Pause at the top. Slowly roll yourself down, ribs hip first, spine, sacrum, tailbone releases. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, roll yourself all the way up. Collarbones are wide. We're going to do 4 more just like this.
circle off your legs. You're going to place the circle under one foot. Now this is potentially going to work and it's potentially not. We're just going to give it a go. So we're coming into single leg bridges. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your thumbs to your lower rib cage and then your index fingers to your pelvis. And before we start, I want you to feel that there's an even distance from side to side. So you're not hiked through one side to the other. Take a nice deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, you're going to keep a flat spine this time. Drive down through the right heel, so the heel is on the floor, and lift yourself up into a bridge. Once again, make sure that one thumb and finger haven't come closer to each other than the other. You can keep your hands here or you can bring them down by your sides. As you exhale, you're going to stomp that left foot into the circle. Inhale, release. Exhale to stomp. Inhale, release. We're doing 8 more. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll it down. And we're just going to take it straight to the other side. So make sure that that circle is nice and flat so that it doesn't spring in towards you. Take that little rib pelvis check. Make sure you're nice and even. Keep a flat spine as you inhale. And then as you exhale, press down to your left foot. Lift yourself up. Once again, make sure the ribs and the hips are even. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, 10 little pulses. And then slowly roll yourself down. From here, you're going to release your circle and you're just going to roll yourself over onto your stomach shield. So you're just going to do a nice little roll. You can take a quick little hamstring stretch in between if you need to. You're going to have the circle out in front of you. You're going to be lying on your stomach. Your feet are going to start in parallel. Your circle is going to be upright and your hands are going to be on the top pad. Bring the forehead down to the floor. Reach strongly through your fingertips. Take an inhale. As you exhale, press down through the pubic bone. Engage that pelvic floor, lower belly as you press your hands into the circle to help you lift your chest. Inhale, slowly release it down. Exhale, engage into the lats. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Peel the spine up. Inhale, bring it down. We're doing 6 more. Keep the length in the lower back. You want the movement to be coming from your lats and your upper thoracic spine in between your shoulder blades. One more. And then slowly release. From here, you're going to bring a circle in between your hands. You're going to be up in a sphinx pose. So the circle in between your hands is just giving you that awareness not to get lazy in through your upper body. We're going for our single leg kick. So we're going to do a double pulse of the heel towards the butt. So exhale, exhale, inhale, reach long. 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 Keep going. Keep the pubic bone pressing down. Keep reaching forward through the gateway of the arms. And keep the shoulders out of the ears. 2 more each side. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, set it down. You can press yourself back into a brief little child's pose if you need to. And then we're gonna roll it all the way forward and come back onto our bellies. From here, we're gonna go into a swimmer. So again, you can always do this without the circle. Otherwise, we're gonna take a slow swimmer. It's gonna be similar to what we did in that plank. So you're gonna have both arms extended, both legs extended. One hand is gonna be on top of the circle. Your head is gonna start down as you inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna peel the chest up. Opposite hand and opposite leg. So the hand that's pressing down to the circle, the opposite leg will lift as you exhale. Inhale, slow release. Exhale, engage through that lat and that glute to lift. Inhale, release. So the nice thing about doing this really slowly is you can really feel how your body works in opposites. So you can feel that right lat, side body muscle engaging with that left glute to help to lift and lower the limbs. So if you want to translate this more functionally, this is what happens when you walk. You've got opposite sides of your body, these big postural muscles working to control your gait. You do one more on this side, and then inhale, set it down. We're going to take it to the other side, so switch it underneath your left hand. Your right arm will extend long in front of you, taking inhale, forehead down. And then exhale, press into the pubic bone and lift up through the chest. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, left hand presses, right leg lifts. Inhale, release. Exhale, press. We've got 8 more. Keep drawing in through that pelvic floor, lower belly area, even when we're on our bellies. Last 2. Beautiful. Slow release. Alright, we've got one more thing before we make our way towards swan and then our bow pose. So you're going to reach back and you're going to put the circle in between your ankles or thereabouts. You can, again, do this without the circle if that's not working for you. So you're going to bring your knees a little bit wider, your feet a little bit closer. So you're kind of in a like a frog position and your feet are going to be flexed. Your hands are going to, your head is going to stay down on your stacked hands. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, you're just going to lift the knees, squeeze the butt. Inhale, release. Little squeeze on the circle as you exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. I want you to feel this movement in your butt and your hamstrings and not your lower back. We're doing 6 more. And then slow release. For the moment, you're going to put the circle off to the side, or we're going to work towards swan dive. So, you're going to make your way to the middle of your mat. We're going to start with some high cobras. So externally rotate through the feet, big toes face down, hands underneath the shoulders. As you inhale, press a marble away with your nose. Start to peel your chest up only as far as it feels supported in your spine. And then you're going to exhale just to slowly peel yourself down, as if you're peeling down the front side of your spine. We're going to do 2 more like that. Inhale, coming up as far as you can, engage the glutes. Exhale, roll it down. 1 more like that. Inhale. And then exhale. You have the option to stay with this, otherwise we're going to come into swan dive. So you're going to start the same, you're going to inhale, peel yourself up. This time as you exhale, you're going to release the hands and roll forward and catch yourself. So release the hands, rock forward, pick yourself back up in a cobra. Release the hands, fall forward, pick yourself up in a cobra. So it's a controlled fall. You want to engage through the glutes and then catch yourself with the abs and the triceps as you come back up into your cobra. 2 more.
bow pose, or I think it's called rocking in Pilates. You've got many options along the way. So you can stick with baby cobras. You can do this entire thing without the circle, or you can stop anywhere along this next little progression. So you're going to bring that circle back in between your ankles. This is to make sure that your knees don't splay out, because often when people do this pose, the knees go way out to the sides, and that's just really not quite great on your lower back. So you're going to start by interlacing your fingers behind you on your lower back, forehead down to the mat. You're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, peel the shoulders open. Reach the fists back between the ankles. You're giving a gentle squeeze on that circle, but the legs are staying down. Take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, you're going to roll it down. So you can stay here. We're going to change the interlace of the fingers, and we're going to do the exact same thing again. So put the forehead down, take an inhale. As you exhale, reach the fists back. Gentle squeeze on that circle, engage the glutes, engage the upper back. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Change the interlace of your fingers again. We're moving on. Take an inhale at the bottom. Exhale, peel the fists up. Maybe this time you can reach that circle towards the sky. Keep squeezing, but lift the thighs. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll it down. Change the interlace of your fingers, same thing again. Inhale, open the shoulders. Exhale, send the fist back, lift the chest, lift the thighs. You've got the option to stay here. You can reach back and grab your ankles. Not so easy with the circle, you might have to ditch the circle. If you want a little bit of extra help from the circle, you can take the circle around the outsides of your ankles and hold on to the bar of the circle. It's going to allow you a little bit more flexibility. Otherwise, you're going to get rid of the circle and you're just going to hold the outsides of the ankles. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're either pressing back into the circle or you're pressing back into the hands. Keep engaging the glutes to lift the legs. You should be able to let go of your ankles and keep the same height that you have without holding onto the feet. So take a break, we're going to do one more set. Bring your knees together, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, engage through the glutes, engage through the upper back. The grip on the ankles is just to help you open the shoulders. Maybe you can start to rock yourself back and forward a little bit with your breath. 2 more breaths. And then slowly release. You can come to lie on your belly. You can take a child's pose. Find what is good for you. Don't worry, we're done. We're going to stretch now.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, prosciutto. So we're going to come back into a child's pose. And then we're going to roll ourselves all the way up. So we're going to do a really nice version of the saw. We're going to get in a nice side body stretch as well as a little bit of forward fold. So you're going to come to sit long ways on your mat. We don't have to go that far. Actually, that was a little bit enthusiastic. Sorry, I lied to you. You're going to come back with your feet hips distance apart. You can come super wide. If you want to come super wide, you can come super wide if that feels good in your body. You're going to take the circle. You don't have to have it. It's just a nice reference. So we're going to take an inhale here. Reach the arms up and overhead. And then as you exhale, you're going to side bend towards that left leg. So keep grounding down through the right sit bone. Inhale, bring yourself up through center. Then as you exhale, you're going to twist, and like you're doing the saw, think of chopping the right foot off with your left hand. Inhale, come through center. As you exhale, you're going to take that side body stretch, reach the hands over towards the left foot, ground down through the right sit bone. Inhale through center. Exhale, you're going to rotate towards that right foot. The left hand comes to the outside of the right foot or wherever you can get it. We're going to do 2 more in this direction. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, rotate, and then fold forward. Last one here. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, side body stretch. Inhale through center. Exhale, reach over to the right foot. And this time we're going to stay folded over that right leg. You have the option to grab onto the leg or the foot. Find what feels good in your body. And then we're going to take it over to the other side. So come back through center. If you're taking your circle, it's in between your hands. Inhale, sweep the hands up overhead. As you exhale this time, side body bend over towards the right foot. Left rib cage opens. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, rotate towards the left foot and then fold forward. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, side body bend right. Inhale through center. Exhale, fold to the left. 2 more. Inhale through center. Exhale, side body bend. Inhale through center. Exhale, fold forward. 1 more. Inhale through center. Exhale, side body bend. Inhale through center. Exhale, fold forward. And this time you've got the option to stay. Keep grounding down through that opposite sit bone. And then we're going to finish in a wide straddle. So bring your legs as wide as is comfortable for you. You can also come into a butterfly pose if that is better in your body. And then you're just going to fold yourself forward or walk yourself forward. If you have another hip opener that you would prefer, if you want to come into cross-legged or double pigeon or anything like that, you can feel free to take that. And then you're going to walk yourself back into center. We're going to cross the legs. We're just going to take a little brief spinal twist. Nothing fancy. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, take it deeper. And then that left hand is going to come back, or whichever you're going to switch it out to the other side. Do a big yawn. And then you're going to come through center. If you like to finish lying down, you can do that. Otherwise, we're just going to finish sitting. You're going to take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And big open mouth exhale. And please take as much time here as serves you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Thank you, Kirsten, for being an amazing teacher, putting me through my training. Today, as you go forward, may you have gratitude in your thoughts, kindness in your words, and a peace in your heart. Namaste, or whatever it is you say after Pilates.